Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel ABCS preparation site. So guys, now from this video onward I am going to teach you the GRE Quant section. Chapter by chapter I am going to cover the entire syllabus of the GRE Quant, where we parallelly practice the question and share the concept, formula and idea how to tackle that question in easy way. So stay connected with me, subscribe our channel so that you will not miss the upcoming video or any chapter of GRE Quant. We will start from the basic and go to the highest level for the GRE Quant. After completing the syllabus, we will practice the real GRE questions one by one and we will master the GRE Quant section. So don't forget to subscribe and stay connected, okay? So before going to our first chapter, Arithmetic and Fraction, I will tell you that what type of questions came on the GRE Quant. There are 4 types and I will discuss the type of questions now, then we will start this chapter. So on GRE quantitative reasoning question type, there are 4 types of. First one is the quantitative comparison. We will compare the two quantity A and quantity B. I will show you the question also and we will solve that one. And the second type is multiple choice, where we'll select the only one choice, one correct answer. And third one is the multiple choice, where we can select one or more than one answer choices. So our fourth type is numerical entry, where we'll solve the question, find out the value and put that value on the empty box. Here is our question based on a first type, that is a book with 80,000 word cost is $24 and a short story with 1,000 word cost is $1. So here is given quantity A and quantity B. For quantity A, we have to find out the cost per word of the book, and for quantity B, we have to find out cost per word of the short story. So for quantity A, according to the question, a book with 80,000 word costs $24, right? So for one word, the cost will be 24 divided by 80,000, right? And similarly for the quantity B, we have to find out the cost per word of the short story. Then for one word, the cost will be 1 by 1000. So instead of solving this, we have to just cross multiply it and it will be easy for us to find out the value. Quantity A become 24,000 and the quantity B become 80,000. So from this we can easily identify that the quantity B is greater. So the answer will be option B. Now move on to the next question. In this question it's given that 1 kilogram equal to 2.2 pounds. For quantity A, the number of kilogram we have to find out in 44 pound. And for quantity B, we have to find out the number of pounds in 44 kilogram. It's given 2.2 pound is equal to 1 kg, right? So for 1 pound, the amount will be 1 by 2.2, and for 44 it will become 1 by 2.2 into 44. If we remove the point decimal number, then the 0 will be added here, so we can easily divide. So the answer become 20 for the quantity A. Given 1 kg is equal to 2.2 pound, then the 44 kg will be 2.2 into 44. The answer will become 96.8. Our quantity B is greater, so the answer will become B option. Now our next question is based on a second type. If the formula for converting degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius is this, what is the value of F when c is 30. So in this equation, if c is given 30, so we have to find out the value of f. So now we'll solve it. Substitute the value of c in equation. So 30 is equal to 5 by 9 bracket f minus 32. We have to find out the f value. Cross multiply it. 30 into 9 is equal to 5 bracket f minus 32, and 9 times 30 it will become 270 is equal to 5f minus 32 times 5, 160. Adding 160 to both sides become 270 plus 160 is equal to 5f, and adding value become 430 is equal to 5f, implies f will become 86. This is our answer here. So 86 is option C. So our answer is C. Our next question is, how many 1-inch square tile would it take to cover the floor of a closet that has dimension of 5 feet by 4 feet? And in bracket it's given 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So we have to find out that how many tiles will be used to cover this area, that is 5 feet by 4 feet. So we can convert this unit initially into inches, then we can multiply it, we'll find out the area. So dimension here, convert 5 feet into the inches. 5 feet is equal to 5 into 12, that will become 60 inches, right? And the 4 feet become 4 into 12 is equal to 48 inches. Now the area become, total area become 60 into 48 will be 2880 inches square. So here in question it tells that 1-inch square tile. So to find out the number of tiles required, we have to divide it the each tile is area. So each tile area is 1 inch square. So the answer will be, the number of tile becomes 2880. That is our answer, and the option is E. This is our answer choice. Our next question is based on the third type, that is multiple choice. We have to select one or more choices that are true or valid. So the question is, note the figure not drawn to scale. We have to be careful about that. When the note is given, see the x is below the 0 value and y is above the 0. So the x is negative and y is positive. That we can conclude from the given figure. Now read the question. If x and y are numbers on the number line above, which of the following statement must be true? We have to be careful about that must. Must means in every cases the condition will be true. So our first case is modulus of x plus y is less than y. So let's consider x is minus 1, okay, and y is 3, because the y is positive value from the figure and x is negative value, right? Let me consider it. Now substitute here. Minus 1 plus 3 is less than 3. 3 minus 1, it will become 2, 3. After the modulus, value become positive and 2 is less than 3. It's true. Does it valid for the all cases? Let's find it out. Consider one more condition. What if x is greater in number and y is less? If x is equal to minus 10, okay, and consider y is equal to 1. So now find out modulus minus 10 plus 1 is less than 1. So the value become modulus of minus 9 is less than 1. So after removing the modulus, the value become positive, that is 9 is less than 1. Does it valid? No, it's not true. So see here, in one case it is true and another case it is not true. So the option 1 is not valid. Now we'll consider for the second option, x plus y is less than 0. Now consider the value first, this one, minus 1 plus 3 is less than 0. 2 is less than 0. Does it valid? Not true. So the second option is also not valid. Now go for the third option. Third option is x, y is less than 0. Put the value minus 1 into 3 is less than 0. It implies minus 3 is less than 0. That is true. Now for second case, minus 10 into 1 is less than 0 implies minus 10 is less than 0. That is also true. So the third option is valid, because when we multiply the positive value with negative, it always came the negative. Whatever the value it came, but it always will be negative, and negative value is always less than 0. So our choice of option is 3. Based on the fourth type, a total of $450 was donated to the charity by 25 employees. If 15 employees donated at least $12, 15 employees, but less than $19. This is the first case, that is 15 employees donated at least $12 but less than $19, and the 9 employees donated at least $19. What is the maximum amount in dollar that the last employee could have donated? We have to find out the maximum amount that the last employees donated. So for finding the maximum amount for the remaining employees, we have to consider the lowest or the minimum value, so that we can find the maximum amount for the last employee. By considering the least amount for 15 employees, the total value become 15 into $12, that will be $180, and for the 9 employees the amount will be 9 into 19, that will be our $171. So the total amount will be $351. Now we'll find out the remaining amount, that is 450 minus 351, it will become $99. So our answer will be 99. So here I show you the all 4 types and the questions based on those types. So now we'll practice the more question based on our topic arithmetic and fraction, and we'll solve the remaining questions of this topic. So now you'll get the idea of what type of question we will face on the GRE Quant. So now we will continue. Our next question is, if 617 is divided by 49, the sum of 10th digit and the 10th digit of the resulting number is what value? We have to divide the 617 by 49. You can solve it by simply using the calculator also, because the basic calculator is given on the exam. So we'll divide the 617 on calculator. 617 divide 49 is equal to 12.5918 and remaining values. So we have to find out the tens digit. Before decimal, this position will be ones, then it will become tens. After decimal, this will be tenth. We study it on a primary level also. I hope everyone will remember. And this position is our hundred. And this position will be thousands. So after decimal, the th is added here and also here. So careful about it. So we have to find out the sum. For tens, value is 1 plus tenth digit is 5. So the answer becomes 6. 1 plus 5 equal to 6. The answer is option C. Our next question is, Alfred Coffee Shop offer up buy 6 cup of coffee and get 1 free discount, and the Boris Coffee Shop offer 15% off all order of 6 or more cup of coffee. So at both shops, the regular price of a single cup of coffee is $2.6. So here is the condition given for the two coffee shop, that is the Alfred Coffee Shop and the Boris Coffee Shop. So now we'll move on. Further, for quantity A, what is given? The total cost for one order of 7 single cup of coffee from Alfred. So we have to find out the cost for the 7 cup of coffee from the Alfred shop, right? So here is the offer that buy 6 cup of coffee will get 1 free. That is, for the 7 cup we have to pay the 6 cup of coffee only. So price will be 6 into $2.6. The price will be $15.6 for quantity A. So now see quantity B. The total cost for one order of 7 single cup of coffee from the Boris. So we have to find out the 7 cup of coffee price from the Boris. Boris Coffee give the discount of 15%. So first we have to find out the price for the 7 cup of coffee. Then we will subtract the discount price. 7 into 2.6, the total price will be, that is $18.2. But we'll get the 15% discount, so the price will be minus 15% of $18.2. That will be $18.2 minus 2.73. So the price become $15.47. So now see the for quantity A, the total price will be $15.6, and for the quantity B, the total price will be $15.47. So which one is greater? Quantity A. So answer will be our option A. Now move on to the next question. Child A ate 3/5 part of a kilogram of a chocolate, and child B ate 300 grams of chocolate. It's given 1 kilogram equal to 1000 gram. For quantity A, we have to find out the weight in gram of the chocolate that child A ate, and for the quantity B, twice the weight in gram of the chocolate that child B ate. So it's already given child B ate 300 gram, so we have to twice it. It become 2 into 300 gram, that will be 600 gram. So now for quantity A, we have to find out 3/5 part of a kg, right? So 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. Solve it. 5 200 times will be 1000, and 3 into 200 will become 600 gram. Quantity A and quantity B both are equal. So for the equal condition, we have to choose option C. Our next question is, a particular nation's GDP, gross domestic product, is $4.5 billion. If the population of a nation is 1.7 million, what is the per capita, that is per person GDP rounded to the nearest dollar. So we have to find out the per capita, that is per person GDP. So in question GDP is given $4.5 billion for how many people? 1.7 million people. But we have to find out per person. So what will we do? We will divide it. 4.5 billion divided by 1.75 million. So make the unit of numerator and denominator same. That will, the 4.5 billion means 10 to power 9, and million become 1.75 into 10 to power 6. Solve it, is equal to 2.5714 into 10 to power of 3. So it will become 2571.4. So the approximate value is D option. Our next question is here. For number PQR, P into Q into R is less than 0, and P into Q whole square divided by R is less than 0. For column A, we have to find out P into Q, and column B is given 0 value. So first we will understand the conditions here. First condition is P into Q into R is less than 0. So the 3 value multiplication should be negative. For less than 0 we have to make it a negative. But see the second condition, P into Q whole square divided by R is less than 0. So P and Q is square form. So if it is negative, then it will become positive. But the condition is less than 0. So the R must be negative. So by this we determine that R is negative 100%. Right? We can conclude that P and Q both are positive or both are negative. Because if one is only negative, then multiplication with R it will become positive, but the condition is less than 0. So either one is negative or all three are negative. So by multiplication of both, the value will always be positive, because if P is negative, then Q is also negative. Multiplication both will become positive. So from this we conclude that the quantity A is greater. So the answer choice will be A. Our next question is, having received this weekly allowance, John spent 3/5 of his allowance at the arcade. The next day he spent 1/3 of the remaining allowance at the toy store, 1/3 of remaining, and then spent his last $0.80 at the candy store. So what is the John's weekly allowance? See the condition first. John spent 3/5 of his allowance at the arcade, and the next day he spent 1/3 of the remaining. So we have to find out the remaining first. So on the fraction value, the total value is always 1, right? Remember it. So the remaining allowance will become 1 minus 3/5. It will become 2/5. So next condition is 1/3 of remaining. That is 1/3 of 2/5. It will become 2/15. And spend his last means the remaining amount he spent on the candy store, that is $0.8. So first we have to find out the remaining value that he spent. We have to subtract from this value, that is 2/5 minus 2/15. So it will become 2 into 3 minus 2 divided by 15. So 6 minus 2 divided by 15. So here it came 4/15. So this is the remaining value. So this remaining allowance is spent on candy store. So the 4 by 15. So let's consider X is the weekly allowance. So 4 by 15 of X is equal to $0.8. We can find out the X value, and that is our weekly allowance. 0.8 into 15 divided by 4. So that become our $3. So answer is second option. Our next question is for positive number P and Q. P minus Q divided by P plus Q is equal to 2 by 3. So in column A we have to find out the P plus Q value. So from question we will solve this one equation. After cross multiply it will become 3P minus 3Q is equal to 2P plus 2Q. 3P minus 2P and is equal to 3Q plus 2Q. It will become P is equal to 5Q, right? So we'll substitute the P value in this equation. So P is 5Q plus Q is equal to 6Q. But did we know the Q value? What is the value of Q? So let's consider the condition. If Q is 1, then 6 and it is 5. So quantity A will be greater. So in question it mentioned that the P and Q are positive number. So we can't consider the Q value as a negative, but we can consider the Q value as a fraction also, because the fraction value is also a positive value. So let's consider if Q is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, then substitute it here. 6 into 1 by 2 will be 3 value, and here the column B is 5. So which one will be greater? B is greater. So first condition the A is greater, and the second condition the B is greater. That's why the relationship is not determined, and we'll choose the option answer D. So now move on to the next question. Here nothing instruction is given, nothing is there, just mention the column A and column B. So careful about it. See, the product of integers from minus 87 to minus 36 inclusive, right? And the product of integer from minus 58 to minus 34 inclusive. It looked like a very difficult type question, right? We have to put value, multiply. No, we have to follow the easy method here. First we have to find out the number of integer from minus 87 to minus 36. So see here, 87 subtract 36, number of integer will be 1 and 5, 51. But the inclusive is given, so we have to add one more value. So total integer are 52 here. Okay, so now here the number of integer equal to 58 minus 34. Total integer are 4 and 2, 24, right? But the inclusive is given, so we have to add one more value, so it will become 25. And see the question, we have to find out the product of integer, right? So even number of negative integers multiply, then it will become positive value, right? Whatever it is the value, but it will come on positive number, because the number of integer are in even number, 52, and here the number of integer are odd. So whatever the value we multiply of the negative integer, it will always come to negative. So which one will be greater, positive or negative? Obviously the positive one will be greater, right? So the answer will A. Our next question is for positive number P and Q, given P plus Q divided by P is equal to 10 by 7. Then for column A, P minus Q divided by Q, we have to find out, and B is already given 5 by 3. So first we will solve this equation, make it easy so that we can substitute the value of it in this equation of column A. Cross multiply, it will become 7P plus 7Q is equal to 10p. When we subtract 7p from both sides, 7q is equal to 3p. P is equal to 7 by 3q, and substitute this p value in column A. So p becomes 7 by 3q minus q divided by q. So above we can take common q. Remaining will be on bracket 7 by 3 minus 1 and divided by q. So q is eliminated. 7 by 3 minus 1. The value become 4 by 3. And here it is given 5 by 3. Obviously by seeing we can find out that quantity b is greater. If you still feel confusion on the fraction value, always cross multiply it so that it will become easy for you to solve. Okay, see here, when we cross multiply it, 4 into 3, and here it will become 5 into 3. So what is the value here? 12, and here 15. See which one is greater? Obviously the 15 one is greater, so the answer is B. Our next question is, for positive number A, B and C, A multiplied by B divided by C is equal to 1 and C by A is equal to 4. So column B, we have to find out the B value. In column B is given 4. We find out the B value from first equation, this one. Here we will get C is equal to 4A. So substitute C value in equation first. A into B divided by C is 4A is equal to 1. So A is eliminated. B by 4 is equal to 1 and B is equal to 4 answer. So what will get B value? 4, and here is also 4. So both quantities are equal. The answer will be option C. So this is our end of the chapter. Any suggestion or anything that you have to share with me, please comment below down and tell me any improvement that I should do. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe our channel so that you will not miss the upcoming content of this video or chapter of the GRE Quant section. Thank you so much for watching our video. Take care. Goodbye.